if this is a harbinger of things to come, especially when we have those direct talks scheduled to start actually in Geneva on Friday, the signs are not good. The chips are anything but lined up for a smooth and successful conference. Like you said, no one's predicting that. I mean, look, what did you have here? You basically had the foreign minister of Syria, not in these words, but telling the UN Secretary General to shut up. You had U.S. Secretary of State John, or not to tell him to shut up, or however you want to look at it. You have the U.S. Secretary of State having a very muscular exchange with the Syrian foreign minister, showing that there's zero common ground on their position. They are coming in, it's as if they're coming into two separate peace conferences. And, you know, no matter what you think, each side, we've been saying, each side is guilty of atrocities without weighing in favor of one side or the other. This isn't a zero-sum game here. What you can say is rarely has a peace conference of any kind begun with more inauspicious signs of the potential for success, with more or less common ground between the sides, more diametrically opposed visions between the two sides. Let me just add, you know, we don't have Iran at the table, right? On the eve of this, we had the so-called Iran snafu. It was invited, then disinvited, diplomatic snafu there. You had earlier, yesterday, you had Iran's president, Hassan Rouhani, basically saying that he sees this as a lack of influential players now at this conference itself. He doubts its ability to have any clout in resolving this crisis. And you also had the Russian foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, who hasn't been a shrinking violet, been very outspoken on all of these issues, basically saying Iran should have been involved from the beginning. You already have the signs of this opt-out. Iran's absence, its very absence from the table in this opening day, gives those who would have wanted Iran to be there a cause for saying, when and if these talks do break down, you see, you didn't have the right players there. We were saying they needed to be there, and this is what you can only expect when you don't invite all the key players in the region.